Programming for teachers. Display dynamic student information. Machine learning projects typically begin with a question. For example, you might want to answer the question, who among my website visitors are most likely to buy a product? Suppose that you collected data from 4 visitors, 2 who bought a product and 2 who didn't, based on 3 features: their age, income, and hours spent online per day. The PHP code for defining the samples and features looks like that. In general, there are 2 types of datasets, labeled and unlabeled. Estimators are responsible for making predictions on unknown samples. Estimators that can be trained with data are called learners and must be trained before making predictions. To start training, pass the training dataset as argument to the train method on the learner instance. Suppose that we collected 4 new data points from different visitors using the same features we used for our training set. We could predict whether or not they will buy a product by taking their data and passing them in an unlabeled dataset to the predict method on our newly trained estimator. This process of making predictions is called inference. The PHP code of predicting not labeled samples looks like that. Let's imagine we collected enough data from our website visitors to build a dataset consisting of 50 samples with their corresponding labels. We could use the entire dataset to train the learner, or we could set some of the data aside to use for testing. For the purposes of the introduction, we'll use a simple holdout validator which takes a portion of the dataset for testing and leaves the rest for training.